Well, hello friends, we are back for another Stitchtober moment. Alright, what I like to do when I'm not sure what direction I particularly want to go is I try to preserve all the things that are going to get muddled. So what I'll do is I'll go through and outline all of these in case I should like to light it from the back and make it look like it's lit from the inside. I don't know how complex I'm letting this get. Anyway, what I decided from the drawing is that this looks kind of like mushrooms have grown up through a woody house. So I'm going with that idea, and these little dots I'm going to replace with itty bitty pom-poms, which are on the way. However, I think we can outline some of the mandatory stuff and possibly line in some of the stuff that I know is going to be wood. Probably will be using mostly variegated thread for that, because if you use my trick and work in 2 strands, the cat has decided to get down and probably will yell because the door is shut on him. If you use 2 strands of variegated thread and put them front to back, meaning like end to end rather than laying next to each other, they do a much better variegation blend for making wood grain. Either way, let's outline the most pertinent items here, and then we will be ready to move on. Alright, here's where I'm at. I generally do the things that I don't want to lose the detail on, like most of this doesn't matter, but I want the walls of the house to be semi-square. So I'll probably add just a few more things so it's hard for me to forget what it is, quote, supposed to look like, but I wanted to show you that you can kind of customize as you're stitching. Like my sketching lines were not particularly smooth, but my stitches were smoother, so you don't have to identically follow your drawing. You can make your stitching better than your drawing. If drawing is not your strong suit, stitching might be. Mine obviously is stitching, because it's much smoother as a stitch than it is as a drawing. So I'll probably just get a few more lines in there so I remember where like this horizon line is, this one. And then I think we'll be moving on to the mixed media, because I had an idea, and I'm trying to use up as many craft materials that are extras that I have no plans for as I possibly can. Now that has resulted in like 15 sketches of coral reefs in other videos, but I also found some air dry clay, so I wanted to see if I could roll itty bitty little rocks for that, because I want it to be very slightly 3-dimensional but not too 3-dimensional. That didn't sound right, but not extremely 3-dimensional. Like I don't have too much bas relief, if you will, but I do like the idea of adding some of the stones in the form of air dry clay. I could also use some of the tubing that I used in the coral reef sketches. Again, go check those videos out. It's the Slow Stitching Reef series. I could use that, or I could use air dry clay to make the roots and weird fungi that are kind of growing out of the house. Anyway, you could turn this part like into a little pond. It's a very adaptable piece of commercial art, so don't be afraid to come on over to my Facebook group or my Patreon and get it for yourself so you can stitch along with me. But I'm going to get this finished up on the outlining and show it to you one more time, and then we'll be moving on to video number 3, where we decide how to do some little stone pebbly bits. Either way, I'm pretty happy with how the outline looks to get started on, and yeah, let's do it. Let's finish her off. Alright, I'm back. I'm really knocking stuff out of the park today as far as getting things done. Alright, my main ideas were to get the things that could be muddled up really badly stitched in so I won't lose the detail. Over here, I want to try and use this weird air dry clay that I bought for, I'm sure I had a reason at some point. Don't know what it was. Was it to make tiny cookies? Why did I need 36 colors if it was to make a tiny cookie? I must have had a better idea than that. Anyway, I'm thinking that it would be fun to try them as some of the rocks that are the chimney and maybe like the foundation of the house, or not. The rest I will be working in felt. So I guess that will be the next episode, and I hope that you have enjoyed this short prep video, and you'll stick around with me for the next one. So I shall see you then. Bye!